Hello and welcome back to Gardening and Allotment Tips podcast. This is your beginning of the week podcast. I hope you managed to listen to all 7 episodes from last week. If you've not listened to them, make sure you check them out and click that subscribe button as well, because you get notified when new podcasts are launched. And it's good to see so many people subscribing and listening to these podcasts. It's obviously showing that they're becoming very popular, so thank you for all those that do listen. And if you've not checked out my main podcast channel, Gardening with Ben, go and check it out. The link is in the description, or search any podcast platform for Gardening with Ben and you'll be able to listen to over 150 episodes on there, so plenty to keep you going. So what are we going to talk about in today's gardening podcast? Well, we're going to talk about gardening motivation. Yes, it's Monday. That means you need your motivational Monday talk. And by gardening motivation, I mean that you need to get started with the gardening year. I know a lot of people will not be doing much in the garden at the moment, but I used to be the same. I used to stop doing gardening around the end of September, beginning of October, because it was getting too cold and I didn't want to do anything, and I wouldn't start again until possibly March time when it's warmed up a bit. But as it's not been a bad winter whatsoever this year, there's not been no snow hardly, there's not been much rain, there's been quite a bit of wind, but there's not been much frost either. So we've done pretty well this winter. Thinking about it, we possibly may get a bad February, March, but we'll see. Hopefully it stays as it is and we can get cracking with the rest of the plot. And getting that motivation back when you've not been doing anything in the garden for so long can be hard. But once you start getting back into the garden, and once you start enjoying it again and doing what you love doing, you'll want to keep going down into the garden and into the allotment. And the best way to get started with the garden and allotment is just doing a bit at a time. I usually make a note of all the jobs what I need to do for this week, and as I complete them I tick them off, so I know that I'm getting one step closer to getting the jobs done. And if you check out my other podcast, Gardening with Ben, I talk about all the jobs which need doing in February in the garden, and if you've not listened to it, have a listen to it, and also the one in January, because you'll need to catch up and do all them jobs that need doing. And there's not many jobs that need doing in the garden and the allotment at this time of year, but it's good to get started and tick them off as you do them, because some stuff you have to do now. You can't leave it much later, like pruning your apple trees and your pear trees. Don't prune any fruit trees that have got stones in them, just your apples and your pear trees. But yeah, getting started can be hard. And one thing that motivates me when I'm doing my gardening is I like to take a picture beforehand, and then I like to share a picture of it afterwards as well. And if you've not got an Instagram for your garden or allotment, start one off and start sharing it, and it will build your confidence as well, because people will comment saying what a good job you're doing and stuff like that. I don't get hardly any negativity on social media whatsoever, and it's unlikely that. Usually you get bad comments and people taking the mick, but I don't. The gardening community must be really nice, because I certainly don't get no bad comments whatsoever. And that's what motivates me in keeping going to the allotment and keep doing all these jobs and sharing with you all what I'm doing. And like I say, I used to pack it in at end of September, and my followers used to say, where are you, Ben? Are you alright? How come you're not going to the allotment? Have you given it up? And stuff like that. And I used to say, no, I've gone into hibernation for winter. I don't start again until March time. But then I'd be rushing to get all the jobs done before I start planting out again. And I used to be rushing at the last minute, and it used to take forever to get everything ready, and I'd be behind on time and stuff like that. But my followers wanted me to carry on through winter, and that's what I started doing the last couple of years. I've carried on going to the allotment throughout the winter and getting those jobs done. And I've noticed since doing that I'm not rushing as much come the finer weather, because I've got everything done that I need to get done, and I can concentrate more on sowing all my seeds and looking after them and keeping them alive, because that is a big job in itself, keeping them watered and getting all them seeds sown. It may seem like a 2-minute job, but when you've got a lot of seeds it takes forever. So doing all these things now, it really does motivate you in getting started. So if you've not got started in your allotment or in your garden this time of year, write that list of all the jobs that need doing in the garden and allotment, whether it be clear away all the old leaves, whether it be weed your flower beds, whether it be chuck away all the old vegetables and stuff like that, what have all died back now, and just work on a few beds at a time. And trust me, once you've got that bug, you'll want to keep going to the allotment and garden and getting it all looking pristine and fantastic for the year ahead. So if you want some motivation, feel free to message me on Instagram, Gardening with Ben, and I will give you some motivation. I will give you that kick up the backside that you need to get started and get cracking on doing your gardening and allotment, and we'll encourage each other. And like I say, please do comment on my photos and give me encouragement as well, because sometimes I can't be bothered to go to the allotment. I get down to the allotment and I think, oh, I'm not really doing anything. I'll take a few photos and share a few pictures, but I won't do much. And people encouraging me doing stuff and getting it completed, that's what gets me going. So basically, that is your Monday motivation for your garden and your allotment today. I hope you've enjoyed it. I hope it motivates you and gets you started in the allotment and gets you going in the garden. Let me know if it does. Let me know if it doesn't. But yeah, please do click that subscribe button if you've not subscribed. We'll be posting episodes all this week again. I've got 7 episodes lined up, so please do click that subscribe button and keep sharing it on your Instagram stories as well, the podcast, and get other people listening to it as well. So until next time, remember, keep smiling, keep gardening, and keep listening to Gardening with Ben's podcasts.